All right, people, good morning. Today is February 21st. It's Monday. So we're beginning a new week. This is Wide Angle 1, and we are doing Unit 6, okay? So super welcome. Here you can see our page on Google Classroom with the content. So let me check if you have any questions about your homework, okay? So let's check it out together. Let's see there. This is the topic for today, February 21st. But let's see the homework from last week. Let's see if you have any questions, okay? So here we go, February 14th. Okay, here we are. The homework was online practice 6.2 and some worksheets. Okay, so did you do the homework? Yes, very good, Julia. Yes. Okay, Samu. Yes, did you do the homework? 6.2. Online practice. And here, the worksheets. Here we have, I think, 2 worksheets about adverbs of manner. Do you have any questions about the homework? No? No questions? The test will be March. Yes, I think it's right there. Just a moment. After Carnival, actually. Yeah, let me open our planner. I will show you. Just a moment. I will try to open. Let me see if I can here. Just a second. Because I think I already gave you the dates. If I haven't, it's going to be here. Let me see. Because I think my planner is not very easy to access now, but the test will be on March 21st. March 21st. Okay? This is the day of the test. But I will confirm. All right? I will confirm. Until the end of the class, I will open the planner and I will confirm the. Yeah. Yeah. When is your birthday? 50th. How nice. Wow. It's really close. Really close to the test. Okay, guys. So no questions. Here, is everything okay? Yes? Good. So now let's move back here to our class for today. Okay. Always remember, people, we are approaching the end of the month. The month is almost over. So remember to replace the classes you missed. Okay. So let's check out if you have missed any classes so far. Let's take a look. So this is our attendance. Okay. Yes. Good. Can you see that? Yeah. Monday. All right. Class number 59. So here, let's see. Isabella. Is Isabella here? No. Okay. February 14th. You need to replace. Who else? Let's see. Yasmin. Yes. Okay. Yasmin needs to replace as well. So is Yasmin not here? Okay, you are Isabelle. No. You're Jamili, right? I never know. Sorry. I know Julia and Samuel, but I don't know why. I never, no, you're Ana Carolina, right? Oh, that's right. Okay. All right, Ana Carolina, sorry. All right. Sometimes it takes a while because you see, it's too early in the morning. So in the morning, I'm a little slow. Okay. So forgive me. All right. So sorry, Ana Carolina. All right. So Ana Carolina, you were fine. Samuel, you were fine. Julinha, you were fine. Okay. So only Yasmin and hi, Isabella. Good morning. So we are just talking about replacement. Hi, Isabella. Welcome. Hello, dear. Good morning. Yay, welcome. So, Isabella, we are talking about the replacements. Okay? So don't forget to replace the class. Okay? We are just talking about it. So look, all right? Please. It's very easy. You can do this via video, okay? So it's simple, and if you have any questions about it, you can ask me, all right? We were discussing that. Hello, dear. Welcome. All right. So let's move back to our topic. Today, we're doing page 70. So this is the lesson for today. Can you see that, Isabella? Yes, everybody here? Good. So our lesson today is unit 6.3. Are you a polymath, right? What is that? So this is page number 70. Okay, guys, if you have the book, you can open your book to page 70. All right. So first of all, guys, what is a polymath? Sorry, what is a polymath? Do you know? Very similar. It's similar. Yeah, it's a person who knows how to do many things. Okay, here on our page on Google Classroom, I posted a definition of polymath. Look, here there is a definition to help you. Can you see that? Yes? So a polymath, actually this word comes from Greek, okay? Polymathus, having learned much. This is what it means, okay? So here we have a polymath is a person whose expertise spans a significant number of different subject areas. So the person knows, for example, math, English, biology, physics, chemistry, a lot of topics, okay? Such a person is known to draw on complex bodies of knowledge to solve specific problems. Okay? So the person has a lot of knowledge. The person knows how to do different things, not only the knowledge, but also the ability, the skill. Okay? So that's the meaning of a polymath. Do you know a person who can do a lot of things? Definition is there for you, okay, guys, by the way, on Google Classroom. So do you know anyone you can consider a polymath? Yeah, he's right there. Yes, a lot of scientists from the past were polymaths, right? Yeah, Galileo Galilei, a lot of people, yeah. Even Socrates, right? Socrates was a Polymath, right? Plato, right? Plato. Some a lot of people, but they were very special. Okay, so take a look here, guys. Hi Jennifer, good to see you. Yes, welcome, dear. So all right, it's very good when you know how to do different things and you are very good at the things you do. Yes, this is wonderful. But sometimes we make mistakes, right? Sometimes we fall, sometimes we have problems. It's okay to make mistakes, right? Even when you know a lot, okay? So if you had a chance to talk to these guys, I'm sure they would tell you that they also made mistakes, right? So let's take a look at this video. I'm going to show you that because you will see some people, they are not exactly polymaths, of course, but they are sports people, they are athletes. They're good at a specific sport. They train a lot. They practice a lot, but they also make mistakes, right? Just like Flamengo yesterday, right? Flamengo is an excellent team, right? It's a wonderful soccer team, but they also make mistakes. It's possible, right? So let's take a look at this video here. You will see, because recently we had the Winter Olympic Games, and we'll see some situations where some excellent athletes made mistakes, okay? So let's take a look. See. Let me just mute my microphone so you don't have a
Allah.
Тортик.
Здесь? Разумеется, он здесь.
И это называется тортик?
А как вы думаете?
She goes for leaving the
Here
ice.
it is. Look how close she is. And she actually lands the jump and then falls off.
He has come back to compete and has competed well. There's the spot where she...
Your poses is absolutely... さあ今日またお願いします。
ところが練習後。
Oh.
Su amigo.
Все абсолютно Женькины эмоции. И красота Вовиных линий. Всё. Ой, еще молодец, что так поставил.
Вот это очень интересно, да, согласитесь?
Skating to the music of Mac and Mabel. And her hair is... I know! Oh, no! My goodness.
That will make the top 10 moments.
The scores, please, for Vaughn Chippier of Canada.
Собой, телом, эмоциями и коньком. Остается дело, как говорится, в кавычках за малым, это выйти и, собственно, сделать все.
И в этом сила нашей школы. Если у одной пары что-то не получается, вот видите, такая шуточная борьба за букет. Кому он достанется? Ну, конечно, конечно.
So you see that people, yeah, they make mistakes, right? Even the best athletes make mistakes, right? So, yeah, it's okay to make mistakes, and especially figure skating. Figure skating is very difficult. I can tell you that. It is really hard because the ice is very slippery. So it's easy to fall, right? Yeah, it's really hard. So let's take a look at some good guys, right? These guys, they were like geniuses, right? At that time, at their time. So do you recognize, can you see that, people? The guys who are online, Jennifer, Isabella, yes, can you see the page? This is page 70. Let's see. Do you recognize these people from history? These guys were super intelligent, right? Why are they famous? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Oh, they were inventors. Okay. Also, they were thinkers, like philosophers, right? Okay, good. They were philosophers, thinkers. Avicenna was a poet, right? He was a writer. Hello, Jamili. Welcome. Good to see you. Super welcome. So let's see here. The first one. Look. Da Vinci is or was a famous Italian inventor and artist. Okay? Because he also painted pictures. Ben Franklin was a famous American inventor, thinker, and writer. And Avicenna was a famous Persian doctor and thinker, but he was also a poet. He wrote poetry. So he was a doctor and a thinker as well. So guys, incredible, isn't it? These guys, they were super intelligent and they were famous, right? And actually they are still famous for their knowledge. So here we have the words inventor, artist, thinker, writer, and doctor, okay, to qualify these people. So Da Vinci, we would say that he was an inventor and artist. Benjamin Franklin, writer, thinker, and Avicenna, doctor, thinker. Thinker is like philosopher, okay, guys? So they also write things. So philosophers are really good writers, okay? So let's take a look here at ways to talk about how people or if people can do things or not, okay? Remember the use of can for ability, right? So this is what we're going to see now. Look, to make questions with can, we change the order of the subject and then we put can. Like for example, actually can comes first and then the subject. So this is the sequence. Look, can plus subject plus verb. Can you read the example, please, Samuel? Very good. Okay. Yes, he can. Okay. Next example, please, Ana Carolina. Italian. Thank you. No, I can't. Okay, thank you. So in the answer, we don't repeat the other verb, run or fast or speak or anything. I mean, fast, no, but run, speak. We don't repeat the verb of the question, okay? We simply use a short answer. We say yes or no, the subject, and then can or can't, okay? That's how we answer. So we say yes plus subject plus can. Or if it's negative, we say no plus subject plus can't. All right? Like we have here. So the people we saw on the video now, can they ice skate? Yes, they can, right? It doesn't matter if they make mistakes now and then because they train a lot and everything. So it's okay to fall, to slip. But yes, they can. All right. So here, let's take a look at number 2 and try to make some more questions. Okay. So write questions using can and the prompts, okay? So let's see the first one here. We have the teacher read and write Mandarin. What's the question? Yes, okay. First, we have to use can, which is the modal verb. First, can, all right? Now, the subject. What is the subject here? The teacher, okay? And now, the verb. What is the verb? Read and write. Okay, here we have 2 verbs. So let's put there, read and write, and then the complement, the object, okay? Or if there are other complements, we put there, adverbs, whatever, okay? So can the teacher read and write Mandarin? And then here, question mark, okay? Now, people, let's do number 2 together. And then the others you do on your own, okay? So number 2. First, can, okay. Now the subject, you, okay. And now the verb and the complement, okay, okay. Do math, all right. Now question mark, can you do math? Okay. Possible answer, yes, I can, or no, I can't. Okay. Can you ice skate? Can you ice skate? Can you ice skate? Really? It's very good, Ana Carolina. So it's very difficult, right? But that's good. What about you guys? Isabella, Jennifer, Jamili, can you ice skate? It's difficult, isn't it? So let me write the question here, just in case you don't understand. Okay, can you ice skate? All right, so now people, try to answer try to make the questions for numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And then we check. Okay. Have you finished? Yes, people. The people online, yes, have you finished? Let's correct. Let's see, number 3. What do you have? Oh, good. Very good. Okay. Number 4. Very good. Can Brazilians speak Portuguese? Yes. Number 5. Oh, great. Can you write music? Number 6. Good. Can your friend draw beautiful pictures? Okay, people. So, everything correct. Yes, the people online. Are you okay? Yes? Did you get everything right? Yes? Good. Awesome. So, let's close here. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Whenever I close the window, it is risky, actually, because it sometimes closes the book. So I have to open again. But that's okay. We are back. Thank God. So let's go there. Now, let's take turns asking and answering the questions here, okay? From exercise number 2. So I would like you, here we have 6 questions, right? And we have 3 people here. So I would like you to ask the questions to your friends. So can you start, please, Julia? Ask Samuel, question number 1. No, the question here. Yes. Can the teacher read and write Mandarin? Intonation. Can the teacher read and write Mandarin? Can the teacher read and write Mandarin? Ah, okay, very good. Now, Samuel, ask Ana Carolina question number 2. Okay, no, I can't. Okay. Now, Ana Carolina, ask Julia question number 3. Yes. Okay, intonation. Let's improve. Can Lady Gaga sing? Yes. Okay, thank you. Now, Julinha, please ask Samuel question number 4. Can Brazilians speak Portuguese? Yes. Substitute. Brazilians, plural. So yes, they. Okay, so let's go, everybody. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Okay, so when the subject is plural, we use the pronoun they. Okay, yes, they can. Yes, can be. Can be, yes, we can. Okay, can be. So if it's a tourist asking you, can Brazilians speak Portuguese? Yes, we can. Yes, can be, right? But usually the person would say, can you speak Portuguese? Oh, yes, we can, right? Okay, now please, who asked? Now Samuel, ask Ana Carolina, question number 5. Yes, I can. Yes, because it's about you. He's asking you. So can you write music? Yes. Really? Wow. Congratulations. Oh, nice. That's very good. Now, please, Ana Carolina, ask Julinha question number 6. Can your friend intonation? Can your friend draw beautiful pictures? Beautiful pictures. Yes. Okay, all right. Okay, pay attention, guys. When you ask a question, you need to put the intonation of a question, okay? So, can you draw? Can your friend draw? All right? Can Lady Gaga sing? Can they ice skate? You have to put intonation, okay? All right. Thank you, people. Now, the people online. Let's see, Isabella, Jamili, and Jennifer. Maybe you don't have a microphone or you can't speak. So practice asking those questions out loud, ok? Pratiquem fazer essas perguntas em voz alta, para vocês poderem fazer essa prática oral, ok? Quando vocês puderem fazer. Because I know now you may not be able to do, ok? Talvez agora vocês não possam falar. Okay, guys, so let's do number 4. Listen to the introduction to a radio interview. What is a polymath? Are you a polymath? Do you know polymath? So let's listen, people. Pay attention.
A polymath is a person who knows a lot about many subjects and can do many different things well. Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, and Avicenna are all famous polymaths from history. But are there any polymaths around today? Let's find out. With me today is Mira Minkova, a very special university professor.
So, according to the radio interview, what is a polymath? Yes, a person who knows a lot about different subjects and can do Many things. Okay. Are you a polymath? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Do you know a polymath? Who? The teacher, yes. The teacher they gave as an example. All right. Okay. And we know the ones from history, right? Like Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, Avicenna, Socrates, and so many others. Okay. So now I will play the audio one more time, and this time I will show the script. Okay. See if you understand better now and how much you could get from the first listening. So let's say.
A polymath is a person who knows a lot about many subjects and can do many different things well. Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, and Avicenna are all famous polymaths from history. But are there any polymaths around today? Let's find out. With me today is Mira Minkova, a very special university professor.
All right, people. So here in this radio program, they're going to interview a professor, a university professor called Mira Minkova. Okay. So why is she so special? We will find out. But first, let's take a look at this detail here they want to call our attention to. It's a listening tip they are giving here. So let's take a look here. You know how to recognize questions by, first, the word order. So you know it's a question when you have the verb in the beginning. Then you know it's a question, right? Example, can you sing well? Do you like pizza? Okay. So you know it's a question. Now, in spoken English, sometimes a statement can also be a question. You can recognize this kind of question by the speaker's intonation. The speaker's pitch goes up at the end of a statement, used as a question. So like I said, when you change the intonation, you put the idea, you transmit the idea of a question, even when there is a statement. Example, I can speak Spanish. This is a statement. I can speak Spanish. Now, if you want to ask a question, but if you don't want to change the sequence, you can do like this. You can speak Spanish? Look, okay? You can speak Spanish? So it's a statement, but it has a question tone, right? So this, guys, is usually common when we're surprised by something, okay? When we want to show surprise, we use statements as questions, okay? All right, it's very common. So let's see if we will have any example of that in the interview with Amira. Let's take a look there. Look, here they will just give some kind of practice. So we train a little, okay? Let's train a little before we listen to the interview. Here, number 5, page 71. Choose statement or question, okay? So let's listen to the first one.
1. You can play the guitar? 2. He has 3 brothers. 3. They don't go to college? 4. She's good at sports. 5. You can't draw or paint? 6. She never travels by train?
Okay, I will play one more time. Okay, people, don't worry.
1. You can play the guitar? 2. He has 3 brothers. 3. They don't go to college? 4. She's good at sports. 5. You can't draw or paint? 6. She never travels by train?
Okay, guys. All right, people. Yes, Isabella, Jamile, Jennifer. Was the audio okay for you? Yes? Good. So now let's check the answers. The first one, guys, what do you think? Statement or question? What do you think? Statement or question? Let's see. It was a question. Yay. It was an intonation of a question. Okay. Number 2, what do you have? Yes. All right. Number 2 was a statement, right? Number 3. Yes. Question. All right. Okay. Number 4. Statement. Good. Number 5. Yes. And finally, number 6. Question. So, okay, guys. All right. Let's listen again. And now with the script. Okay, so you will understand better. Listen up.
1. You can play the guitar?
Oh, they don't show. Look.
2.
You see? Look.
1. You can play the guitar?
It's a question. Okay?
2. He has 3 brothers.
Statement.
3. They don't go to college?
You see, guys, number 3, they don't go to college. Okay, it's a question. Next one.
4. She's good at sports.
Statement. Hi.
5. You can't draw or paint?
You can't draw or paint? So it's a question. And finally,
6. She never travels by train?
She never travels by train? Question. Okay? So the statements that we use with the intonation of a question. Hi. No, it's okay. Thank you. It's okay. No, I'm going to ask them to sign. Okay. My attendance is all right. Okay, thank you. So here, guys, you see that you have statements and you can also have questions from statements, but intonation makes all the difference, okay? When can I use this kind of technique? When I want to show surprise, okay? So look, I'm trying to close now only this window, so, okay. Now I managed to do this, I was able. So let's see number 6. listen to the second part of the radio show. Complete the questions that the interviewer asks. So now the interviewer is asking or is talking to that professor from the university, okay? All right, do you want to drink some water? If you want, it's okay. Yes, Ana Carolina, are you okay? Are you fine? Yeah? Good. So let's take a look. Here, we have 9 questions, okay, people? So what do you have to do? You have to complete the questions with the words that the interviewer uses, okay? So the first one is here. What do you teach at the university? Okay? Yes? Now here, number 2, what do you imagine? What do you think the question is about? Which words? Do you play an instrument? Can be that, or we can also say, can you play? Possible, right? Don't complete. We are going to listen. We are just guessing, okay? We are just guessing. So here can be, do you play or can you play an instrument? All right, people? And so on and so forth. Okay? So let's listen.
With me today is Mira Minkova, a very special university professor. Mira, what do you teach at the university?
I teach math and music.
Math and music? Wow. Can you play an instrument?
Yep, I can play the violin and the piano. I sometimes play in concerts. I can play the violin and the piano. I sometimes play in concerts.
You play in concerts? That's exciting. Where do you play?
Oh, Europe, the United States, Asia, all over the world, really.
Can you speak many languages?
Yes, I speak English, Bulgarian, Russian, French, German, and a little Japanese, too.
You can speak 6 languages? That's great. So, what else are you good at?
Well, I read a lot, so I can talk about a lot of things, like science and history. I sometimes give talks at the university.
That's interesting. Do you also write?
Yeah, sometimes. I have a book out about great women in history.
You have a book out too? You can do everything. Tell me, are you good at sports?
No, I'm terrible at sports, and I can't cook either.
All right, people. So now I will play one more time, but without any pauses, okay? I will play non-stop. So you can check your answers, all right? Listen up.
With me today is Mira Minkova, a very special university professor. Mira, what do you teach at the university?
I teach math and music.
Math and music? Wow. Can you play an instrument?
Yep, I can play the violin and the piano. I sometimes play in concerts.
You play in concerts? That's exciting. Where do you play?
Oh, Europe, the United States, Asia, all over the world, really.
Can you speak many languages?
Yes, I speak English, Bulgarian, Russian, French, German, and a little Japanese, too.
You can speak 6 languages? That's great. So, what else are you good at?
Well, I read a lot, so I can talk about a lot of things, like science and history. I sometimes give talks at the university.
That's interesting. Do you also write?
Yeah, sometimes. I have a book out about great women in history.
You have a book out too? You can do everything. Tell me, are you good at sports?
No, I'm terrible at sports, and I can't cook either.
Okay. Yes. All right. Very good. All right, girls. People online, Isabella, Jamile, Jennifer, and the people here, Samuka, Ana Carolina, Julinha. Yes, did you get everything? So let's check the answers. The first one, what is question number 2? All right. Okay. Can you play an instrument? All right, people. Okay. Good. Now, question number 3. Yes. Notice that here it's a statement in the form of a question, okay? Because the person is surprised, okay? It's like, wow, you play in concerts. How nice, okay? Number 4. Great, very good. Question number 5.
Can you speak many languages?
Yes, great. Okay. Can you speak many languages? Okay. And then she says that she can speak 6 languages, right? So look at the interviewer. The interviewer says, you can speak 6 languages? All right. So it's a surprise kind of question. Okay. Number 7. Do you also? Okay. Do you also write? Okay. Number 8.
You have a book house too.
Yes, very good. Here, it's another statement as a question, right? Like, oh my God, you have a book out too? What is the meaning of have a book out? Do you know? Does anybody know? When I say you have a book out? No. To have a book out is to have a book published. Okay? So, because here she is surprised that she said that she writes, and the interviewer is very surprised. She says, wow, do you also write? And then she says that she has a book that she published, this book. So the book is out in the bookstores. It's for sale, right? The book was published. So the interviewer gets even more surprised because besides playing instruments, speaking 6 languages, she also has a book out. So she goes, "You have a book out too? Like, are you also a writer?" It's like, oh my God, you are a polymath, right? In other words. So she is a polymath. Okay, guys. So to have a book out is to have a book published. Okay. Number 9. Are you good at? Yes. Okay. Final question. Yeah. And then what is the answer? Do you remember? No. I'm terrible at sports. Very good. She's not good at sports. Okay? Yeah. Imagine. My goodness. 6 languages. Play musical instruments. She can play musical instruments. She plays in concerts. My God. She has a book out. Incredible. Okay? All right. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Yeah. So it's really hard. So people, let's say we still have a few more minutes before the break. So let's choose all the correct answers about Mira. Okay? So what is Mira good at? What is she good at? Do you remember? Uh-huh. Writing. Uh-huh. From what you remember, okay. Mira can play the piano. What else? Listen again. Okay, no problem. We will listen one more time. And here, Mira can speak German, Spanish. Mm. So okay. So let's listen one more time so we can complete this answer. No. More than one. So let's listen.
With me today is Mira Minkova, a very special university professor. Mira, what do you teach at the university?
I teach math and music.
Math and music? Wow. Can you play an instrument?
Yep, I can play the violin and the piano. I sometimes play in concerts.
You play in concerts? That's exciting. Where do you play?
Oh, Europe, the United States, Asia, all over the world, really.
Can you speak many languages?
Yes, I speak English, Bulgarian, Russian, French, German, and a little Japanese, too.
You can speak 6 languages? That's great. So, what else are you good at?
Well, I read a lot, so I can talk about a lot of things, like science and history. I sometimes give talks at the university.
That's interesting. Do you also write?
Yeah, sometimes. I have a book out about great women in history.
You have a book out too? You can do everything. Tell me, are you good at sports?
No, I'm terrible at sports, and I can't cook either.
Okay, guys. So let's complete the answer. So number one, Mira is good at languages and writing. Number two, Mira can play and the piano. Mira can speak Japanese. So from these languages here, she can speak these three, okay? Yeah, no, she doesn't speak Spanish. She speaks English. Yeah, Bulgarian. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, correct. Very good. So Mira is really special. Okay. Yeah. Wow, me too, me too. That's my dream. Okay, guys. So we are going to start this new topic, but we can do this after the break because it's already 10:12. So we can have our break now. After the break, we are going to see ways to say how good we are at things we do. Okay, so I think we can do this. I think it's better to do this after the break. Okay, so let's have our 10-minute break. Drink some coffee, some water. After 10 minutes, we're back. Okay, guys. I will mute the microphone and turn off the camera, but then I will come back. Okay, don't go anywhere. People online, stay connected. Okay, we will finish this. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, we are back. So let's come back slowly. All right, here we are. I'd like to, before we start this this vocabulary development point, I'd like to share something interesting with you about a boy that is very, very intelligent, like so many boys nowadays, right? Nowadays, children are so smart, aren't they? They're so intelligent. Sometimes I watch them on TV and I go like, incredible. He's only a child. How is it possible? Right? So, guys, people are good at many different things. But of course, we can take a look at the box. Before I show you the video, I'm really excited to show you that. Let me just focus here and show you right away, okay? I really want to show you that. Yes, Isabelinha, Jennifer, Jamili, okay? Let's take a look right away. One way to talk about your skills is with an adjective plus the preposition at plus the name of an activity. For example, she's great at math. Or I'm good at languages. Okay? I'm terrible at sports. Or he's bad at singing. Okay? So the adjective can be positive or negative. It can be a good adjective or a bad adjective. But I can express whether I'm good or not at something using this structure. Okay? Of course, guys, I have to use here the verb to be. Okay? In all the sentences, you can see the verb to be. So subject, verb to be, plus adjective, plus preposition at, plus the name of an activity. Okay? So this is the complete structure. Subject plus verb to be plus adjective plus at, preposition at, plus the name of the subject, the topic, the activity. Example, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Okay? What about you, Samuel? Tell me something that you are not good at and something you are good at. I'm not good at, but okay. Don't forget, always use, guys, the preposition at, okay, before you say the topic, all right? Good. Julinha, tell me something you are not good at and something you are good at.
I am good at math, but I'm not good at sports.
Okay, excellent. Very good. What about you, Ana Carolina? Yes. Let me explain. You didn't understand? No? Você não entendeu? Ana Carolina, okay. Let me explain. When we say that we are good at something, for example, be good at something, is the same as ser bom em alguma coisa. Ok? Então, você é bom em alguma coisa e não é bom em outra. Não é assim? So, a estrutura é sempre o sujeito, ok? O verbo to be, a palavrinha good, Ou se for alguma coisa que você não é bom, você pode usar terrible or bad, ok? Mais a preposição at e o assunto, que você ou domina ou não domina, que você sabe ou não sabe, ou que você é bom ou que você não é bom. Então, no exemplo que eu dei, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Okay? This is me, Simone, all right? I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Now, Samuel said, okay, so Samuel said he isn't good at math. He said, I'm not good at math. And he said he's good at sports. Okay? Julinha, can you say your example again, please?
I am good at math, but I'm not good at sports.
Okay? So Julinha is good at math, but she isn't good at sports. Okay? What about you, Ana Carolina? Math? Wow. So, can you repeat, please? I'm good at. Okay, very good. So you're good at math and sports. Okay, listen, you can say, I'm good at, look, I'm good at math and sports. 2 topics, okay? So repeat after me. I'm good at math. I'm good at math and sports. Sports. Okay, all right. All right. So you are very good. Excellent. You can do both, right? What about you people? The people online, what are you good at? Isabella, Jamile, Jennifer, what are you good at? Let me show you my example. Look, I'm going to show you my example here. I'm not good. Look, I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Okay? All right, okay, look. I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Ok, guys? Para quem não sabe, math é o mesmo que matemática. Ok, people? All right? So, I'm not good at math, but I'm good at languages. Okay? All right? Very good. So let's go back to the page there. Close. So let's see here. I was going to show you this video, but then now I see that you're having some difficulties with the structure. So we've already done number 8. Okay, let's do number 9. Look at this model, people. Are you good at math? The other student says, no, I'm terrible at math. So you can't be a banker. So we will try to see the possible professions or jobs that one person can have. Example, if you are good at math, what would be the best profession for you, or one possibility for you if you are good at math? You can be a banker, right? So look, if you say, I'm good at math, like Julia said, she's good at math, but she's not good at sports. But if she's good at math, she can be a banker, okay? She can be a banker, right? Now, what about driving here? If you are good at driving, what is the best job for you? Yes, good. So if someone is good at driving, this person can be a race car driver, all right? Next one. Is anybody here good at cooking? Can you cook, Ana Carolina? Yes? Do you know how to cook? Can you cook? Very good. So, are you good at cooking? Are you really good at cooking? No, not so much. What about you, Julia? Are you good at cooking? So. Okay, so here we can't be chefs, right? But if you are good at cooking, like really good, you can be a chef. Okay? If you are good at cooking, you can be a chef. Now, what about drawing? Is anybody here good at drawing? Yes? Can you draw? Yes? Are you good at drawing? Yes? So you can be an artist. Who knows? A designer. Okay? And programming computers. Is anybody here good at programming computers? I'm not. Are you? No? Yeah, I'm not. So we can't be video game developers. I can't be a video game developer because I don't know how to program a computer. So, okay. I can't be a video game developer. That's really hard, isn't it? So, it's something difficult. You need to study a lot. You need to prepare. So, and I'm not good at this. Hey, guys. So this is more or less an idea of being good at something and the possible professions or the possible jobs, okay, one can have. So let's take a look here. Now I will try to show that video I promised of this little kid who is very good at a lot of different things, okay? So let me show you that. Just a moment. Let me try to close here. Let me see if I find it here under conversation. Okay. Let me see if I find this video here. Okay. Yes, this is the boy. He's really good. He's only 10. Yeah. He's only. Have you seen this? Yeah, it's really amazing, isn't it? He's so good. Yeah. Guys, I will show this because it's amazing. He is only 10 years old. He's only 10. Now, of course, he is older. But when this video was made, he was only 10 years old. Yeah, take a look at this, guys. What is he good at? I would like, yeah, this was in 1999. Check it out. It was some time ago. So if he was 10, now he is, yes, He's 33 years old now. Now he's a man, right? But I'm curious to know what he's doing now. I would like to know what he's doing. So, because look, he was a very young boy. So let's take a look. What is he good at? Let's say. Let me mute.
Well, this is so interesting. He was just a baby in diapers when he started correcting other people's grammar. Sounds hard to believe. I thought it was hard to believe too, but by 18 months, this child could add and subtract. 18 months. And by the time he was 6, he was smarter than his own parents, and his parents knew it. And in 1 year, he went from 2nd grade to 8th grade. And he flew through high school in just 22 months. But that's just the beginning. This genius child started college, he just did, and he's only 10 years old. Take a look. He knew the alphabet by the time he could walk.
Hey, what comes after H?
He could tell you the history of the dinosaurs before he was 2.
This is the Jurassic period.
Greg Smith has been on the fast track to college from a very early age. He graduated from high school at 9 after completing grades 9 through 11 in just months. And he did that with honors.
This is for participating in the National Honor Society. This is for being in the top 10% of the class.
At the tender age of 10, Greg is now the youngest freshman ever at Randolph-Macon College in Virginia. His application was a shock.
Our reaction, actually, to be honest, was this must be a joke.
But this is no joke.
I'm taking 5 courses, 17 credits.
There's physics.
Stronger angle up.
French.
Je mange céréales.
And calculus for starters.
A1 times x plus A0.
There's a number of books for my Warfare and Antiquity course. I use a couple other literature books in French, as well as Western Civilization.
Teachers are impressed with what they see.
Wonderful to combine the intellectual ability of an adult with the sheer unbridled curiosity, joy, and enthusiasm of a 10-year-old.
A typical student will say, well, I really like this class and I'll do this class. Greg just wants it all, and he wants it all now.
Greg's classmates are nearly twice his age.
I think he might have a difficult time because there's times in class when people are talking about things that aren't appropriate for a 10-year-old to hear. So far, he has all my respect.
So I'm going to ask him for study help if I can. We'll see.
With 28 books to carry, this boy wonder is getting a little help from his mom.
Bye, sweetheart. Have a great class. I love you. I love you.
Wow. So if you were wondering what this 10-year-old genius does at home, so were we. Take a look. Greg at home. Greg looks like a typical 10-year-old.
I love sports. I love basketball, football, soccer, tennis, track.
He even gets an allowance like other kids.
He gets $5 a week.
But how many children do you know buy Oriental china for their mom?
Greg used his Christmas money to buy gifts for me.
And get this, he likes browsing for antiques.
It's Chip and Dale.
His favorite toy?
My favorite toy in this whole room. I don't call it that, but I would say my favorite thing to play with is my computer. It's hard to decide between my computer and my Civil War figurines. This is a battle that mimics Fredericksburg.
Don't even think about punishing Greg by sending him to his room to study.
That's a reward for me. I love to study.
Greg's idea of a good time is to curl up with a good book.
One of the books that I'm reading is by Plato. Right now I'm in the apology section.
Oh, yeah. Well, Greg has big dreams, so he's getting an early start.
I want to get 3 PhDs, a PhD in biomedical research, a PhD in aerospace engineering, and a PhD in political science. Hopefully I'll become our president somewhere between 40 and 50.
Greg, we believe ya. We believe. So when did you know that you were somewhat different than other kids?
Well, I always had a feeling that I was, with people that I knew, that I had a little more intellectual ability, but I didn't really I couldn't really tell until I was around a larger environment in kindergarten where I could realize what level everyone else was on.
So did you actually ever go to kindergarten?
Yes, I did. I went to kindergarten.
For an hour or what? So really, how long did you stay there?
I stayed half a year.
You did?
Yes, and then I moved up to first grade.
Uh-huh. So when you moved to the first grade, was that more stimulating for you?
It was. It was a good adjustment for that time. And that helped me just to get a little bit, but I knew I needed more.
Okay, and so then you went to second grade?
Yes, I went to second grade the next year, but the school that I was at wouldn't allow me to move any faster, so that's why we moved to Florida.
Well, you moved to Florida, and then you went from second to eighth.
That is correct.
That is correct. So were you doing anything in between? What were you doing? Were you at home reading? Were you using flashcards?
No, my mom and dad didn't believe in flashcards or in that respect. When I was interested in something, they would get books on it. They would get toys on it. We would go to the museums to learn about it. They facilitated my needs.
They did? I know. People are somewhat laughing. They're not laughing at you. You know that. Because it's just kind of amazing. Yes. Now, I understand you like discussing philosophical... What I want to know is, how does this work with do you have friends your age?
Yes, I do. With friends my own age, I like to play sports, such as basketball, football, soccer, tennis.
Like we saw on the tape.
That's correct.
Now, and you have friends who are 10, 9, 8, 12?
That's correct. And that's what I do with them. We play board games. We go to the movies. I do lots of things with them that normal 10-year-olds do.
You do? Now, what do you like to talk about, though, with them? You talk about regular 10-year-old stuff?
That is correct. I try to bend to what they like as long as it doesn't break my beliefs.
Okay, and your beliefs being?
I am very passionate about nonviolence, having high morals, and a good education.
I understand. I've read that you like, philosophical conversations. Why do you think that you are the way you are, so smart?
I think I've been given a special gift from God. I don't know why or how I've been given this gift, but I want to use this gift to the best of my abilities to help mankind.
Oh, Janet and Bob say they knew the time would come when their son's intellectual ability would surpass theirs. They just didn't dream it would be when he was 6 years old. When did you first know he was different? This is your only child.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every day's a learning experience, but from infancy, he was just developing so rapidly, and I was buying the books that you could find in the stores about what they're supposed to do at 3 months and 6 months, and well, he can already do this, well, what do we do now? And so we've tried to ad-lib the best we could.
Was there a moment when you said to Bob, I think he's more advanced, or something's going on here, or that you said to her?
We knew that from the time that he was a baby, because of his focus on things. He just seemed to be able to concentrate and focus more than the average infant.
Really?
So we knew there was something else there. But I think probably when he learned to read so young, and he went through a reading program teaching reading skills.
How old was he when he actually learned to read?
2.
Two. By 2, he was reading regular children's books, and by 3 and 4, he was reading children's classics, such as Journey to the Center of the Earth and The Last Mohicans and Around the World in 80 Days.
Was there something you did or didn't do that caused this, do you think?
I think that we have an environment of, we love to read as a family, and I've always made reading fun, and he would sit on our lap and we would do creative ways of reading. We'd play with puppets. We'd make the story characters come alive.
And when we did read to him, we pointed to each word as we read it, so he would very quickly associate with those words, and before long, he knew what they meant.
Before he was a year old, he could go and get a book and bring it to us and open to a page and start saying what was on that page. And
he would hear it once and be able to recite it back to us. So we knew that he had extraordinary learning abilities. We just didn't know how much.
And then is there the issue of how you then handle this?
Constantly.
Yes, constantly.
Even today.
Yes.
It's a constant worry, constant concern. Are we making the right choices? Are we doing the right thing as a parent to make him have a happy life? And we worry about it because...
Because were you worried about the college decision? Obviously, he had the mind, the intellectual ability
to... That was a major as late as probably April, we weren't certain that he'd be able to go to college because we could not find the appropriate environment. We lucked out in finding Randolph-Macon College, which is a small college, which has a policy of nurturing each student. And we needed that for a 10-year-old who has special needs in college.
Small in terms of population?
Small in population.
Like how
and
much?
a very small,
how many students?
1,100.
1,100.
Small student-to-professor ratio.
Were you worried, as I imagine a lot of parents that we're talking to, about the socialization, about his socialization? And as one of the students said, you know, kids in college talking about things that might be inappropriate for a 10-year-old.
And he knows more than the average 10-year-old about areas that we perhaps would not expose him to at this point. But luckily, he has more wisdom than the average 10-year-old, too. And I think he's been handling it pretty well.
Not just knowledge, but wisdom.
Right.
So you had to have the birds and bees conversation early.
A few weeks ago.
But you know, we really
But did you use birds and bees, or you
No,
used
no.
I would think you would need
very quickly, he was answering for me as I was describing. And so I knew that, you know, if anything...
Did you have any anxiety about that birds and bees conversation?
Yeah. And I would say, it's your job to tell him about it. I would pass it. But it's been a real struggle for us as a family because we want the best for our child, as all parents do. And when he'd come home from school and we'd say, how was your day at school? And he'd say, well, I sat in the closet and read my work by myself while the other children were working on different things. Or I sat out in the hall because I'm working on 5th grade work and they're still doing the first letter of the alphabet. We knew that that wouldn't work. And we did not want him to feel embarrassed because he had this special gift. We wanted him to be proud of who he was.
As you should be. I was saying to Greg during the commercial break, those of you who saw the beginning of the show, and that what we all heard here, really profound statement that you want to use your talents. You understand that this is a gift. You don't know why, but use it to the best of your ability to help mankind. I think you have the power to do that.
Thank you.
Do you feel that yourself? That you can really make a big difference in the world?
Yes, I believe that you can make a big difference in the world. And I believe that the way to make this difference is through education. And especially because the first step to peace is through education. Because education breeds understanding, and understanding leads to alternative solutions.
Wow. I think you're right about that. I think you're really right. Tell me why you came up with the idea for your IEM nonviolence program, and how does that work?
Well, you look around and you hear about all the sad things, the bombings that go on, all the hate crimes, and it's all because someone doesn't like another for a certain reason. And I'm starting this program so I can figure out why they do this. Why do they want to hurt these people? And figure out a way to reverse this.
And so your program will do what specifically?
Right. First, I believe that that peace will also start with the children, and that if we can get the children to lose the hate, we can get the world to stop hating. And with that, we can make the world a much better place.
Congratulations. Thank you. That's a big goal, but I believe too that it starts with each individual. Starts with
Isn't it amazing? I think, who could ever imagine a 10-year-old boy at college and speaking like this, right? He's so incredible. He went from 2nd grade to 8th grade straight away. And he's doing college. I mean, he was doing college at 10. I wonder what he's doing now. Yeah, I'm curious. I really want to know. So I will try to find out, and I will tell you next class, okay, what he's doing now. Let me see his name here. Let me see if we can find out his name. Just a moment. I don't know if we have his name here. I would love to know what he's doing. They don't say his name. Oh, here we have his name, Greg Smith. Greg Smith. So if you want to know more about him, you can try to see this video again and get some information. He has been to Oprah, right? So You can associate his name to Oprah and find out what he's doing now. Okay, Greg Smith. All right, people. So it's really amazing. Here we have more information about him. Okay. So it's really, yeah, it's incredible. Amazing, really amazing. He is a genius. Now, I hope he's doing well, and hopefully he will really help humanity the way he was actually thinking of doing. So let's go back to our page here. So from the video and from the things we saw about this boy, what is he good at from the beginning? He's good at languages. He's good at many things, right? Yeah. Even sports, right? He's good at sports. Incredible people. Yeah. So here in the end, they want us to make a list of 5 interesting things that you can do. Then take a survey, like for example, think of the things that you can do. The things, because everybody knows something, right? I know I can speak languages. I'm learning a new language now. I'm learning French. I know English and Portuguese, but now I'm studying French. I think it's important to learn new languages. And what else can you do? Yeah, you can play sports. Some people can play video games really well, right? So here they want us to like make a short list, if you will, of 5 interesting things that you can do. Okay, and then, oops, sorry. After that, we are going to find one person who can do each thing that you can do. So let's see here in the classroom. I can make a good chocolate cake. Can you make chocolate cake? Okay, all right. What else can you do? Let's see. I give 2 examples. I can speak 3 languages. Let's put it this way. Now I can speak 3 languages: Portuguese, English, and French. What about you? Can you speak any other language besides Portuguese and English? Ah, very nice. That's good. It's beautiful. Yes, I think it's really beautiful. Yeah, that's something I would like to learn. That's another language I have to learn. Okay, guys, and the people online, what are you good at? What can you do? What can you do, Isabella, Jennifer, Jamili? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at languages? Are you good at math? Think about it. In sports, are you good at sports? And the people who are watching the video, what are you good at? So make a list of the things that you are good at and start thinking about a possible career, a possible job. Okay, guys? It's important to start thinking about it. So let's move on to the next part, where we have our characters now at play, okay? We are going to see Max and Kevin now in a conversation. This is our 6.4 lesson, and we will see what they are good at. What can they do? For example, do you remember Max? What can Max do? Do you remember? Max is an artist. He can draw. Yes, he can draw and paint. He's really good at this. What about Kevin? What can he do? Can Kevin draw or paint? No, he can't. So they don't do the same subject, okay? Kevin doesn't study the same thing. He studies a different subject, okay? Yes. So what do you remember? Kevin, what does he do? Do you remember? Okay. So here goes. Yes, they have some common classes, but they don't do the same college. Okay? They do different colleges, but they have some common classes because they are doing the first year. So in the first year of college, you have common classes with students from different subjects. But then after that, the second year and then onwards, you go your separate ways and then you have only your topic. But in the first year, you may have different students in your class, okay? Like here, for example, okay? So what are they doing at this moment? What time is this, for example? What do you think they are doing here? Are they having a class? No, they aren't. They're having coffee, right? Probably it's during the break. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Are Max and Kevin close friends? Are they close friends, Max and Kevin? Are they very close friends? No, they aren't. Yes. So Max and Kevin aren't close friends. They are classmates in some classes. They are okay, they go to the same university, but they don't do the same college. Okay. And they meet sometimes. Okay, they meet sometimes, but they are not close friends. Okay, so Max has a roommate called Andy. Remember Andy, Max's roommate? Andy is closer to Max than Kevin. Okay, so that's the question we have here. How do you start a conversation with someone you don't know or you don't know well? With a person that you are not close, okay? How do you start talking to this person when the person arrives? How do you communicate, okay? And how about someone you know well? In Portuguese, we know, right? How do we start a conversation in Portuguese with someone we know well? No, a person who is a good friend, a close friend. Informal, right? We usually go something like this. Hey, yeah. Isn't it? Oh, yeah. Tudo bem? Hey. Chega mais, isn't it? Or, e aí, tudo bem? Yes, we use a lot of slangs. We are totally informal. We are relaxed because we know the person. The person is our friend. Okay? Now, how do you talk to a person who is not your friend? Do you say, hi? No. Oi, tudo bem? isn't it? Yeah. So even here, when we are waiting, right? When people arrive, people usually say, oh, bom dia, isn't it? People say good morning. So everything is more formal, okay? That's the point. So when you are talking to someone you don't know well, you are more formal, okay? So that's the question we have in this part of the lesson. How do you keep the conversation going? Como você faz o diálogo fluir? Com amigos ou com estranhos? Em que situações você, e como você vai levar a conversa adiante, ok? Yes, and with strangers. What do you do, Julinha? You ask about the person. Yes. Yeah. You try to find something in common, or you talk about, I don't know, the weather. Okay. So, yeah. So let's see here. Which questions are appropriate to ask a person you don't know well? Let's see the first one here. So let's see first the appropriate questions to ask. Okay. They are the good conversation starters. And which ones are not appropriate? So we call that bad conversation starter. So let's take a look at the sentences we have here, the examples, right? Let's see the first one. If you go like, so what do you study? Is it a good conversation starter or a bad conversation starter? Yeah, that's a good one. No problem, right? All right. That's a good one. It's okay to start like this. Yeah, and the second one. This is not so good, okay? We should not start by asking the person's religion, okay? All right. What about number 3? Good, yes, all right. Number 4. Bad, yes. Yeah, but not the beginning. Oh, are you married? Come on. Yeah. Wait a minute, right? Number 5. What do you do for work? That's good. Now, the last one. How much money do you make? Oops, not good. So, all right, we should never ask this question. So let's check the answers. Okay, everything correct. So there are some good topics and some bad topics. Okay, guys. Yeah, when you are beginning a conversation with someone. Now, watch the video. Who is better at keeping the conversation going? Quem se sai melhor no vídeo em manter a conversa, em fazer a conversa fluir? Quem dos dois vai conseguir fazer isso da melhor maneira? Who is better at this? And why do you think so? So let's watch.
Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Everything's fine, thanks.
So, you're an artist, right?
Yes. Art is my major. How about you?
I don't know. Right now I have a lot of science and technology classes.
Oh, well, we have time to decide.
Hey, that's good. I can't paint or draw, so.
Oh, really? Not at all?
Nah, I don't like art very much. Oh, I mean, I don't like making art or like going to museums and stuff. But your art is great.
Right, thanks.
What about you? You must love going to museums.
Well, yes, actually, I do. Yeah.
This place is great, right?
Yeah. I can watch football, soccer, every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Right. Yeah, I don't really like. Sorry, I mean, I can't play soccer very well, so.
I see.
I'm terrible at kicking. But Andy can play soccer very well. He's great at it.
Oh, what about American football?
I love watching American football, but I can't play. I play tennis. What about you?
Tennis? Well, I play tennis. Yeah, I can play well, actually.
Oh, cool, maybe we can play sometime.
Yeah, sounds great.
Well, I gotta go. I'll see you in class.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Okay. So what do you think, guys? Who is better at keeping the conversation going here? Kevin is better. Why? He asked a lot of questions, right? Yeah, he asked a lot of questions. Sorry, guys. I closed the video and accidentally I closed the book. So yeah, Kevin was much better because he asked a lot of questions. He kept asking questions, even though he was negative in most of the answers. He said, oh, I can't play, I can't do this, I can't do that. From the beginning, right? He was very pessimistic and negative, but he kept asking questions, right? So that was good. He didn't really give up, right? The conversation. He kept going. So Kevin was better. So let's go there. Sorry about this, guys. I will be more careful whenever I have to close the window again. So here we have this question, who is better at keeping the conversation going? So let me just zoom in and check out the answers. Let's see. Here they say, one person could say, I think Max is better because sometimes Kevin doesn't know what to say. This is one opinion, okay? One opinion. The other opinion, I think Kevin is better because he asks a lot of questions. That is my opinion too. I think Kevin is better. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was negative about most everything, right? The only thing they have in common is play tennis, right? When he says he can play tennis, Max, oh, I play tennis too. And then they find common ground. Okay? Yes. Yeah. So that was the moment, right? They had a match. Okay. So keeping the conversation going. We will go back to the video, okay? Don't worry. But let's see here how we can keep the conversation going in a difficult situation like that, when you don't have much in common, okay? Look, there are several ways to keep a conversation going. First, you can ask about the other person, like Julinha said. Ask about the other person after giving information about yourself. Okay, example. I'm from Madrid. How about you? Okay, so you give information about yourself and then you ask the person. Okay, you can say, oh, I'm from Rio, Brazil. How about you? I'm from Rio too. So you invite the person into the conversation, okay? You open. Yes. Oh, I study English. How about you? I study English. How about you? Okay. All right. Oh, I like soccer. How about you? Yeah. So I would like you to train that part. Give me an example. Say something you like or something you do, and then ask, how about you? Okay? Like I give me an example, Samuel. Can you say again, please? Just one thing. One thing is good. I like soccer. How about you? Yes, okay? So notice that here you can say, what about you? Or how about you? Okay? Look. Or what about? Okay? All right? So let's practice this, guys. How about you? How about you? What about you?
What about you?
What about you?
What about you?
And I can also say, and you. You.
And you.
So let's say this. I'm from Madrid. How about you?
I'm from Madrid. How about you?
Good. I'm from Rio. How about you?
I'm from Rio. How about you?
Okay, guys. I'm from Brazil. How about you?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay. I like pizza. How about you?
I like pizza.
Okay. I'm from Angola. How about you? Okay, all right, people. So it's a way to discuss. Of course, guys, just correcting. I'm not Flamengo, okay? I'm just giving an example. I'm Fluminense. Terrible. But just an example. You can talk about many different subjects, okay? You can talk about many different topics. You can say, I live in Rio. I live in Rio. How about you? Okay. Or I live in Campo Grande. How about you? Okay. Of course, I don't live in Campo Grande, right? I don't. But suppose, okay? Oh, I live in Campo Grande. How about you? Then the other person will say, oh, I live in Santa Cruz or, okay, Cosmo. Okay? Now, this is one way to keep the conversation going. Second way, respond with interest and ask for more details. So when someone asks you a question, you can respond with interest. suppose the person says something, or even if it's not a question, if the person says something like, I love Russian literature, you go, really? Interesting. Okay, so you show that you are interested, okay? So it's important. You can also make some comments about it. So this is very nice, okay? What do you like about it? It's an option. You can ask a question. Or, who's your favorite author? Who's your favorite author? Yes? Yes, but suppose if the person says, I love Brazilian literature. I love Brazilian literature. Suppose it's a person from the US, an American person saying, I love Brazilian literature. Then you say, really? Wow, interesting. Who's your favorite author? Right? So let's try to say that, guys. Really? Interesting. Who's your favorite author?
Who's your favorite author?
Good. Okay? All right? So it's a way for you to keep the conversation going. Another way, look for something in common. Look for is the same as procure, okay? Procure algo em comum. Okay, guys? So look for something in common. Like Kevin and Max. Kevin, he asked many questions until they found something in common, tennis. Okay? So here, do you like soccer? No, not really. I prefer baseball. Oh, I like baseball too. So you find something in common. Okay? Of course, maybe the first question is not enough. You may need to ask more questions. The person says, do you like soccer? No, not really. I prefer tennis. And you don't like tennis. So you go, do you like volleyball? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, me too. I love volleyball. Who's your favorite volleyball player? Okay, do you have a favorite? Okay, guys, and then you start the conversation. So here, it's another technique. Look for something in common. Procure, okay? Look for. So you can change the subject and ask a new question if the conversation stops. Like if nobody says anything, you can ask a new question. You can go like, so you study business, right? Change the topic, okay? You can say that. So you study business, right? So you go to achieve, right? You go to Oxford, right? So you study English, right? So you study information technology, IT, information technology. So you go, so you study information technology, right? Right? Now, here we have another option. We change the subject. If the conversation is not going anywhere, you can always change the subject. So watch the video one more time. Write 2 questions Max asks to keep the conversation going, and write 2 questions Kevin asks. You don't need to write, but let's try to notice, okay? Let's notice the questions they ask to keep the conversation going. So let's go.
Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Everything's fine, thanks.
So, you're an artist, right?
Yes. Art is my major. How about you?
I will just explain here. The first question Kevin asks is to start a conversation. He goes, so you are an artist, right? So he wants to chat. He wants to talk, right? So he finds an idea. Okay, guys, so you're an artist, right? So if you want, you can take notes of this question, Kevin. And then how does Max respond? He says, yes, well, art is my major. How about you? So Max, he answers and then he gives back to Kevin because he says, how about you? So this is also good to keep the conversation going. So both Kevin and Max score 1 point. 1 and 1. Okay? They both cooperate. Now, what's the meaning of art is my major? What is this? Arte é minha graduação, é o que eu estudo na faculdade, ok? Art is my major. Se você estivesse fazendo direito, por exemplo, law is my major. Se fosse medicina, medicine is my major, ok? Então é a minha graduação. Então o Max está estudando arte, ok, guys? So art is his major, and he answers. And he asks another question. He gives information about himself, and he asks, how about you? Okay. Then look at what Kevin says.
I don't know. Right now I have a lot of science and technology classes.
Well, we have time to decide.
Hey, that's good. I can't paint or draw, so.
Oh, really? Not at all?
Okay, here, Kevin decides to check out Max's notebook or papers, and he notices that Max has a drawing, and he says, oh, I can't paint or draw. So, and then Max, he asks with a bit of surprise, oh, really? Not at all? He uses his British accent. Nothing, like nothing. You can't paint or draw nothing. Max is surprised. No, not at all. Okay, so he's inviting Kevin to talk again. Okay, so here, so far, Max is very positive, right? Here he says, oh, well, we have time to decide. But Kevin is very negative, okay? So let's see.
Nah, I don't like art very much. Oh, I mean, I don't like making art or like going to museums and stuff. But your art is great.
Right, thanks.
What about you? You must love going to museums.
Okay, so here, Kevin scores a point too because he says, what about you? You must love going to museums. So he is kind of encouraging Max to talk more about his major, about his studies. He says he doesn't like art, he doesn't go to museums, but what about you, right? Okay, so you can also write this question. And how does Max answer?
Well, yes, actually, I do. Yeah.
Then
This place is great, right?
Look, when the situation here grew a little tense because Max noticed that Kevin doesn't like art, doesn't draw, doesn't paint, doesn't go to museums. Then Max, yeah, actually I do. And then he goes back to his work. Kevin insists. He goes, this place is great, right? So he changed the topic. He changed the subject, okay? So talking about school is not good. Let's change the topic, okay? This place is great, right? All right.
Yeah, I can watch football, soccer, every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Right. Yeah, I don't really like. Sorry, I mean, I can't play soccer very well, so.
I see.
So poor Max, it's difficult to talk to Kevin because when Max says that he watches football there, Kevin says, I don't really like soccer. So it's nothing. They have nothing in common. Nothing. Great, no matter what. So look at Max's face. Look at his face. Yeah, he says, I see. I see means I understand. It's like, okay. It's like, okay. Uh-huh. And then Kevin continues. I'm terrible at kicking. Kicking is chutar. Tipo, eu sou muito ruim em chutar. Eu chuto muito mal. Oh, come on, guys. He's terrible, right? So let's see.
I'm terrible at kicking. But Andy can play soccer very well. He's great at it.
Oh, what about American football?
I love watching American football, but I can't play. I play tennis.
So here, yeah, he mentions Andy because Andy is his roommate. So he is struggling to find something in common, and then he mentions Andy. And then Max goes, oh, what about American football? Max tries to cooperate. He says, I love watching American football, but I can't play. So there is always something blocking. Tennis. What about you? So I guess they are both trying to keep the conversation going. And then, oh, tennis.
What about you?
Tennis? Well, I play tennis. Yeah, I can play well, actually.
Oh, cool, maybe we can play sometime.
Yeah, sounds great.
Well, I gotta go. I'll see you in class.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Poor Max, it was so tiring. He does like this. It was difficult, right? Yeah, he was tired. Okay, people. So it's not easy to keep the conversation going, but they used basically everything. They used how about, what about, they showed interest, they changed the subject. Okay, guys, so many different things. So people, it's okay for today. Let me show you what we did today, just to wrap up, okay? Let me take you to our page on Google Classroom. Let's see, people. What did we talk about today? Today we discussed polymaths, right? We talked about polymaths, famous polymaths. We saw the meaning of the word polymath. What is a polymath again? Sorry if you remember. Person who knows a lot about many different topics, and also a person who can do different things. Yeah. We also saw yes, no questions with can. Can you do this? Can you do that? Right? Can you paint? So here you have some extra material to help you. Okay, guys. All right, Ana Carolina. Tem um materialzinho aqui extra para vocês olharem, tá vendo? Olha, explicando yes, no questions with can. Tem exemplo aqui, olha. Can you swim? Okay? All right, people. People online. What else did we learn? Adjective, yeah. Adjective plus at plus noun. Para dizer que você é bom em alguma coisa. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Can you give me an example, Samuel? Adjective plus at plus noun or activity. Yes. Adjective, with an adjective, when you say that you're good at something, bad at something. Okay, Samuel said he's good at soccer. Okay, guys, so very good. So we use adjectives plus at plus noun to say that we know something well and we can do it well, okay? So Samuel is good at soccer, Julia is good at math, okay? Ana Carolina is good at math. We also saw, guys, how to keep the conversation going, ok? Nós também vimos como manter uma conversa fluindo. We saw 3 techniques, right? 1, give information about yourself and ask a question. 2nd one, find something in common, right? And if necessary, change the topic. Okay, guys. Homework. Online practice, unit 6.3 and 6.4. Okay? Both. And worksheets. Here we have some worksheets. I think, yeah, 2. Okay? Good and bad at, to practice this. Okay? And abilities. It's for you to practice questions with can. Okay, guys? Here, there is a site with 30 conversation starters for you to visit. There is also another one here. Look, so there are 3 worksheets. All right? Okay, guys. So, very good. So, guys, let me take a final picture before we go. All right? Yes. Good. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, the people who are here, I'd like to sign the attendance with blue pen, please. Okay? Samuka, thank you. Start for us. Thank you, Isabella. Guys, very important. Don't forget to replace your classes. All right? Don't forget. I think Jamili has to replace. Okay, guys, don't forget to do this. We have only 1 week to go. All right? Bye-bye, people. See you next week. Oh, by the way, guys, next week is Carnival. So we won't have class, okay? So we only have class now after Carnival. Okay, the other one. Yes. Yeah, let me show you when. Bye, guys. Thank you so much, okay?